Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. I am just chilling, relaxing, and just, hey, did not mind coming live so we can just have a conversation. Very informal today. I know on Sunday afternoons, y'all not doing nothing. Okay. Look, y'all like me, okay, just sitting around thinking, watching TV ain't nothing on. If you're not a Cowboys fan, okay, a football fan, you in the other room. My husband, he bothered with football right now. So I said, well, you know what? I just hop on with my people. My son sleep, my daughter on her way. So look, I have some me time. So let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Kimberly, welcome, sister. Thank you for being first in the building. Hey, Honey Drip, thank you for joining, sis. Honey 5K is in the building. Welcome, Miss Elaine is in the building. And hey, Queen Shailene, thank you, ladies, so much for joining. Y'all had some technical difficulties earlier. And so I was like, Lord, please y'all, that's going to be on my Christmas list this year is a new laptop. I've had this one for some years. And I think that it's just time. Okay, it's time. She said my husband been watching his Cowboys game. Mine too. I haven't heard too much fussing or anything. So I guess they're winning. I think the score is 17-8. Okay. So we'll see. Hey again, Deanna, welcome. Blessings to you, sis. Y'all, this morning we had our open book worship experience. If you did not tap in, you missed it. Okay, so make sure y'all tap in when y'all get a chance and check out that live. Hey, Jasmine girl, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon. I don't know if y'all have heard about the new. Make sure y'all hit that like button and let everyone know we are live. The new Netflix movie. I know I want to watch it called The Perfect Neighbor. I've been seeing some great reviews on it, and the trailer look really interesting. I'm watching the Cowboys winning my team. Okay, so Deanna, you and my husband have something in common, girl, because he is a diehard Cowboys fan. Okay, I could care less. Okay, but if he's happy, I'm happy. So I think they're happy right now. Y'all know every game the hopes go up. Okay. Yes, it was Deanna was there, y'all. It was definitely a blessing this morning. Okay. Hey, Love Cat. She said, open book, I love football. See, and that's why I say I don't discount the women because a lot of women love football as well. Okay. So I know some of y'all probably tapping in, watching football too. So I'm not gonna, discount the women. But shout out to all of you for tapping in this Sunday. You're watching the Cowboys as well. DC for life. Okay, so Queen Shailene is a Cowboys fan too. We got all these Cowboys fans coming up in here. What? Okay, she says salute to DC for L. Girl, I'm not into watching football. Woo. Mm-mm. But yes, y'all. So I want to actually see that new Netflix movie called Perfect Neighbor. It's actually a documentary type of movie based off of a real life event. If y'all have not seen it, where this lady lost her life because this one lady, child, she was bothered by these kids playing near her house and all of this, and she unalived that lady for nothing. And so the Miss Owens, I can't pronounce her first name, but her family got a chance to see the documentary before it came out and asked them, is that what they wanted? And they said yes, because it really shows a lot of details that we weren't aware of. Hey, Terry, welcome. All right, welcome, Robin. Thank y'all so much. Okay, we're gonna get into the conversation. Um, this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Now, some of the things, y'all, that we can kind of look at with the Romeca Meeks Blackman case so far are things that have pretty much. Thank you, Terry, for that. I appreciate it. Oh, you gonna watch Matlock? Child, my mama used to love that. Are things that have been put out thus far, and a lot of us have been having conversations surrounding the things that have transpired and been put out. Now, there are some things. Hey, Tanya, welcome. Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. There are some other things that are starting to come out as well. Now, once again, a lot of this, if there is no proof shared with it, then it's all speculation to me. Okay, it's all hearsay and it's definitely alleged. Okay, so everything we talk about over here is alleged. Okay, hey, all what welcome, happy Sunday. Now one thing that has not happened is someone called him. They had a new nickname for Q. They called him Ladre. Instead of Quadre, they call him Ladre. Okay, so y'all, sometimes we're gonna get some nicknames around here, so y'all know who we talking about. So if you scroll on Ladre's page, the infamous video that he had promised, okay, and was telling folks he was going to drop. One thing that hasn't happened, that still has not been dropped. Okay, first it was he wanted to do it on his Facebook, but they kept. Okay, Queen Shailene, thank you for stopping in. Have a blessed Sunday. One thing that he stated was on his Facebook when he wanted to upload it, they were reporting his page. Okay, so he couldn't upload it there. The next thing is he stated that he wanted to then try it on YouTube. Okay, he had wanted 50 subscribers so that he could go live and show it live. So he got the 50 subscribers. Then he wanted to get more subscribers because he's not wanting to just post the video. He wants to go live and show the video, but he wants his video to get at least 1 million views. Okay, now there's no guarantee on how many views a video is going to get once you put it out. It's a hit or miss. Some of my shorts, I may put it out, one may get 20 some, 100 views. And then one with Romeca got almost 450,000 views. Okay. Did not know that was going to happen. So you just never know. It depends on the algorithm and different things as far as how things are being put out. He better not drop that video. He's going to jail. Okay, baby, because it's something fishy going on with that. Jasmine said, I would like to have seen the video, but you're right. He never posted it. No. And, he ain't getting no money for that video. He just wanted a YouTube channel. Yeah, and he got it, but I don't think that that's panning out the way that he thought. Because people, even if they subscribe to his channel just to see the video, then they would unsubscribe. Okay, you can't just, if people are being truthful with you and trying to give you a platform and they're honest with you, then at least you can do is be honest. And people said, even if you don't show the full video, even if you show like a screenshot of the fact that you have a video. Now he did post something, y'all, that looked like it was like an area. Hold on 1 second. It was like a aerial view of that particular area right there by the stoplight. Now, I don't know if he was trying to say that there is a camera above that camera, but to me, if it was a camera above that camera, that would be like a drone type of situation happening. Let me see if I could find what he had shared as far as that, because I knew that wasn't showing that that was a video because her body wasn't even located right there. Give me 1 second. I should have saved that when I saw it. Now we have heard that the shot spotter. Um, okay, give me 1 second. I just found it. And this really made me think of the Sim. Y'all know Sim City, that video game. That's what this actually reminded me of. Um, hold on 1 second. But we know that the shot spotter cameras do not work there. Okay, as of the end of last year, now I'm about to pull up the picture. Let's see. Deanna said because he can't create an AI video to back up all the lies. Hey, I'm telling you, it seems like a video game. They're trying to get it together to put it out here. Alrighty. Y'all know I'm a little more prepared, but if it's on the spot things, okay. I don't want to see anything else from him. Okay. Now he covered up because this wasn't Romeca's scene, but they're on this particular camera to the right of the screen where some people are standing. It seems as though there was a body on the ground that was blurred out and some people standing around. But if you notice up here, the street light, that is supposed to be that State Street little intersection, and it said State Street. And then over where the eyes are, there is a camera. Now, I don't know what view this would be to show up above that there is a camera right there. And let me just say this, just because there are cameras right there does not mean that the cameras work. Okay, that is something that we have to consider as well. Now, I'm not sure if he's saying, look, there's a camera right there, and this is the one that captured what was seen. Okay, because he was saying something about it's not a street view. So, over this, to look down at this, to me, that would have to be a drone. Okay, a helicopter flying over or something, taking a picture of what's down below. Where else would a camera be that's above this to look down like that? He is connected to someone. You believe that, Elaine? Okay. So yeah, he still, as of now, has only been posting kind of things like this. Some when I shared this and they said it looks kind of like AI. To me, it looks like one of those little video game things that you can come up with. Um, but I don't know. He still hasn't posted a screenshot of the actual video. Okay, this is as far as we got. The only thing he's posting everything else around it, but not this. Holly's pictures, food pictures, nasty little videos, trying to earn some money with bits and stuff like that. Okay. But nothing pertaining to what he has been shouting around that he is going to post. Isn't that the same view from the news? Possibly, but I mean, they would have, you know, up high video footage like that. But during the incident, I don't think they would have up high footage like that. You see what I'm saying? When it was actually happening. Now, afterwards, yes, they would be able to be a little high up and look and have, footage of what was happening below. But in that moment, who would have had footage that high up? That's the key. Okay. That's what we're wondering because we could tell the difference between cell phone footage and things like that. But this looks like it would be not even off of a building. Okay, Jasmine said a black woman was shot and killed getting off a bus last week. The shooter was on the bus. Police did not arrest him. They said they are investigating. They say this all the time. They never arrest anyone. Wow. And Jasmine is right there in Chicago. So she is speaking from experience and also just kind of knowing the news in that area. And I was even saying last night, y'all, Chicago needs to take a piece of a book out of Philadelphia's book, okay? A little, I should say, a page out of their book. Because even with the Kata Scott situation, at least they were informing the community on the steps that they were taking, what was happening, and all of that. In Romeca's situation, y'all, there has not been an update from the news media, any press conferences, or anything. Nothing. Zip. During that little short time that I was tapped into that case, I know I saw at least three press conferences. Okay, at least. So they were trying to keep, they're trying to earn back the community's trust as well. I heard because they said in Philadelphia they weren't doing things. Also, someone was in the chat. I forgot who that was last night who said that they're from Philly, and they have someone that they know. In their case, was back in 2017, and it still has not been solved. Okay, so it does happen, y'all. It does happen. Let's see. Deanna said news channels sometimes have airplanes that would be out during an incident. Yeah, and I can understand that. That yes, we could definitely, if they were to release that footage, I'm pretty sure they have footage of, high up helicopters flying around and so forth, getting that kind of view. But at the beginning of this altercation, uh, who would have been just up and around taking footage? You see what I'm saying? So unless it was pre-planned and there was some type of drone there to take that. Yes, that did happen. Okay, so yeah, Elaine. Let's see. Deanna said it's crazy here in Philly. Okay, that was Deanna. I know it was someone last night. So Deanna, did I get it correct? I think you said 2017. Okay, she has a loved one, and there still has not been any type of justice served in that situation. Now, speaking of updates, y'all, clearly Lydre has not posted a video, but Q Man or C, no, not Q Man. What were we calling him? C Man. C Man has been on and updated us yesterday. Okay, and guess what his update said? His update said, "Stay out of my business." He put a whole hashtag and said, "Stay out of my business." And with that, he put one of his videos, and this was him in the video, and I refuse to share it and play it, okay? Because he put a little comment underneath saying that I can't believe they sharing it and talking about it. See, that's what he wants. He wants everyone to share his music. Because, child, the bubblegum rap, nobody has heard of that. That lives, if you live in Chicago, have you ever heard any of his music on the radio? Okay. Have you ever seen any of these videos? A lot of these videos go back to 11 years ago, y'all. They go like back to 11 years, 6 years, stuff like that. So I don't think he's had much movement, and maybe he's trying to use this opportunity to now share his music since there's a lot of attention on him and so forth with this case. She said, yes, my cousin was unalived in 2017 and the case is still open. Right. And we are praying for justice because I know that that is a hard situation. I know that that is definitely hard when you don't know what happened and the person's not in jail yet and so forth. But, my thing is with him, I think the part that really turns people off is the cockiness and the timing of certain posts. Some of the words that were stated in this song was also, it's just poor taste, okay? To share this stuff right now, to those different words, you're using different signals, all of that, knowing that right now is a critical time where everyone is seeking justice for Romeca, right? So it's just a poor taste and timing of certain things. And he's another one, y'all. I don't know what's with these empty little promises, but he said that he was going live soon, and he still has yet to go live. Because I was curious to know what was that live going to be about. Okay, what was that live going to be about? Because he still didn't come out. And speaking of no updates, still has not shared a picture of Holly anywhere on his page. Okay, we are still waiting to see if you're gonna claim her or show some little inkling that y'all were together at all, and he still has yet to do any of that. Deanna said he is an almost 40-year-old, 40 year and up and coming rapper. Mercy Jesus. Okay, like, sir, give it up. Okay, give it up. Jasmine said, Deanna, I'm sorry for your loss. It's sad. We have murderers lurking around us and we don't even know. But I pray your family receives closure. Amen. Yes, I agree. Because I know that that is a difficult thing. And, something I was thinking about even with this case, I hope that Holly does not get too cocky. Even if this situation does not get solved within the next week or so, or month, or even this year, if y'all think about it with this case, and I'm going to start talking about that this week with Sakanya. I hope I'm saying her name correctly, but it was almost identical to this case where this girl was lurking, stalking one girl's her ex boyfriend's, or her boyfriend's ex girlfriend's page, right? And the girl actually got tired of it and blocked her. She did not like that, y'all, and she traveled to another state, ended up unaliving the girl. Now, she said that it was self defense as well. Now, this happened back in 2022. So, this is why I say justice is not always immediate. Okay. We are now in 2025. Okay. I want y'all to peep this. So, she said that she thought the girl was, and she was pregnant. This girl was actually still pregnant. She thought that the girl was going to cut her stomach with something. I gotta look at that part again. But she said that's why she stabbed her, because she thought the girl was going to come for her baby and stab her. And I started saying, now wait a second. Now this was back in 2022. Let me find out Holly and them trying to come up with a plan like this lady. Okay, because see, if they were trying to come up with something like this lady, guess what? The verdict was not out yet. Okay, that lady had not even gone to trial. So it may have looked like she had gotten away with it. Okay, clock it. It may have looked like she was going to get away with it. So then, y'all, not only did she unalive this lady in her apartment, but there's camera footage of her coming out of the lady's apartment. Hey, Healing Hearts, welcome. Thank you for joining. There's camera footage of her coming out of the lady's apartment. And check this out. This lady, too, had to, she said that she wanted to change into some of the lady's clothes. Does it sound familiar? Okay, Holly, girl, you were wearing Romeca's clothes, and I'm trying to figure out, did you think that she still had some clothes over to Carlos' house that weekend so you could change into that weekend? Okay, because clearly you wore the same clothes for a couple of days. What was that about? Anyways, so she's coming out of there because she didn't want the blood to show that was on her clothes. So she changes into this woman's clothes, and it's caught on camera her leaving the apartment. Okay, so now fast forward to 2025. Last week, that lady was found guilty. Okay, this is 3 years later. So my thing is and I wanted to show y'all as we go through that some of the comparisons between these two things. Y'all, people will portray a certain type of way and try to make other people look crazy when in all actuality they are. Okay. So even with my question today is, who was stalking who? Okay, because it seemed like it was a lot going on where people are saying, oh, this one was stalking this person, this one was stalking this person. But we are having more and more evidence looking like Holly was doing a lot of stalking, and not just of Romeca, allegedly. Okay. Let me read some of these comments. Honey Drip said, I don't think he gonna ever post Holly until this case is over, and may not even do it then because he want to see Lil Los. He don't want to piss off the family. Okay, girl, you are right. And even the cousin said that allegedly, it was times when, now this should have made her feel some type of way too. There were times when he was with Romeca and would allegedly call Holly and say, "Are we together? Are we together?" And she would have to say no. Like, you still want to be with a guy who is not even trying to claim you? Like, that is sad. Like, seriously, if he's calling you and he's with his ex baby mother, then that should have been enough for you to let him go. Okay? You have to have more pride in yourself and have some standards for your own self to even put up with that. Jasmine said Holly stalked and killed to have this man's baby, and he won't even post her. Girl, clock it. It is sad. Like, seriously, I'm saying that's really sad. No statute of limitations on an Erda case. Okay, thank you. Hey, Tabany, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Missy Lane said, so she got in her car and drove to a different state and unalived her. Yes, she did. That's the part that was crazy too, child. You using your own gas, your money. Okay, you gotta eat on your way. You're pregnant, so you have to pull over and go to the restroom a lot. Yes. Hey, dreamy girl. Happy Sunday, sis. That was crazy. I just said the same thing. Who was stalking who? Right. He might have told on Holly. Possibly. Possibly. That's a lot of time to wait. It was. Okay. Hi, Derica. One day is like 1,000 years, right? Exactly. And you know what? On this part here, honey, 5K. When we look at that statement, witness three, and I've said this before on the redacted report, even without seeing what's underneath it, right? Witness one and two had a short little part. Okay, it was very short, maybe 2 lines. Okay, now we were thinking that that's coming. I did a video to kind of show y'all, okay, the correlation with that report, that part of the police report, and what they were actually seeing on the scene does not match. It doesn't. Okay. And when I say does not match, the length of how much they were telling on the scene does not correspond to the length of the statement on the police report. Now, witness number three, like y'all said, had almost 2 paragraphs, honey, 5K. I agree. There was too much. What were you saying? Because you should have been out there seeing all of that. We didn't hear. The only thing we heard you say out loud was self-defense, self-defense. The other thing we heard you say was, we at the corner of y'all. And this is the part, it's not the fact that he calling out the corner or wherever close to his apartment. It was the dramatics for me. Like, you were looking like you're trying to be on 48 hours of some type of crime show. Okay, it was the theatrics and being very dramatic. Didn't the aunt say he had 18 missed calls from her that morning or night before? Right. Okay, so that's what we're gonna get into. He didn't even tell anyone she was having a baby. Girl, trying to hide that part. He never posted that, girl. Now, this is the thing. Y'all make sure y'all want to help me reach my goal. You're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat for any amount today. And Dreamy Girl said, please hit that like button. Okay. Now, so the news on the YouTube streets, the new update or new narrative. Hey, Shelly. Hey, sis. Is that allegedly, now all this information is alleged. Now, y'all, let me say this. If it comes out that this information is true, y'all do know that this changes a lot of stuff. A whole lot. Okay? It changes a whole lot. I hope everyone knows that. Now, allegedly, over the weekend, Carlos and Holly did take their child to get his ears pierced. Okay? Now, I don't know where all this other stuff is coming from. Like I said, we don't have any receipts of it. But this is the new thing that's being put out that's alleged. Now, the only reason I'm talking about this is because it kind of makes some other stuff make sense. If it's just totally over the top, I don't even approach it or bring it up. Okay. So allegedly, he thought Holly was going back to her place, which is in a different area. I think they said that where she lived was about, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jasmine, because I know you're familiar, or if you all are in here familiar with Chicago, I think like 45 minutes away. So I don't know where he was after that, whether it was over that Sunday, or that Saturday, or when she was supposed to go home and trying to find him. But I guess he didn't come back home, and she was allegedly sitting out in her car overnight with her child, and also allegedly blowing up his phone like 18 times. Okay, this is all alleged. Let me see exactly. The body language and the voice did not go together. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Honey Drip said, not the little jump off. Okay, not the first 48. Shout out to Tanya Lewis with that first super of the day. Thank you so much for that, sis. And thank you for being a sponsor for today's live. We really appreciate that. So then, y'all, this could explain some things, okay, if that is true. Now, we don't know. These are some questions that we still have, and y'all think this through with me. We don't know where Carlos would have been. Now, some people hypothesis, okay, is that he could have possibly been with Romeca. I don't know, okay. Some people hypothesis was like, well, I thought she had moved on. Why would they be together? Well, y'all know, baby mamas, baby daddies. Sometimes y'all just kind of probably meet up, say, hey, some even get their groove on. Okay, they still may have moved on, got a new boo, but it's something they just can't let go of each other. Okay, y'all probably got friends like that, or have seen that on TV shows or something like that. They fool around every now and then, or maybe they just meet up and talk about the child or something of that sort. Okay, we don't know. But if y'all think about it, if he was gone, now assuming that she would have already gone back to where she was supposed to be, Holly, right? And he pulls up. Now, take it. We just say thinking this thing through. He was supposed to park there, but lo and behold, somebody in his spot that should have been gone. Well, girl, I thought you were gone. He looking, pulling up. He double parked. He can't get into his parking spot. Okay. Now, if she is there with the windows down, she probably did not want to run her gas out. Okay, because if you sitting somewhere throughout the night, child, do you know how much gas that is? Okay. Okay, let me read something right quick before we get into this, because y'all, my brain been going. Deanna said, changes pretty much everything. It's alleged that he didn't stay there the night before. Exactly. Jasmine said, I think they both were doing stuff to each other and it just escalated. I think Big Los enjoyed watching the two women fight over him. He could have stopped it all, but he didn't want it to end. He probably got a kick out of his little ego. Okay. What if the bullets was really meant for Carlos because she was fair? She was waiting, didn't know where he was at, blowing up his phone. Yes, exactly. I want you to clock that, honey. 5K. We're gonna come to that part. Okay. Hey, Latte, welcome. Not the big words. People definitely not educated. They not educated. Okay. That would have made a lot of sense. That would explain her rage. Exactly, Demetra. I'm telling you. So if she was blowing up his phone, okay, 18 times is excessive, child. I would have been drove to wherever I needed to be. Okay, that would have been the end. You have me out here waiting. I'm out of town, 45 minutes away or so. And child, where you at? Because I'm out here with our child on top of that. Okay. Now, depending on if she wanted to come there and just stay with him, maybe she had some clothes there for the baby already, because maybe this wasn't her first rodeo. coming to his place. Maybe she thought Romeca had some more clothes there. Who knows? I don't know why she didn't have her own bag. Okay. Or if she did have her own bag, maybe she didn't want to change into the new clothes in the car. I don't know. She probably didn't want to drive to the local Buc-ee's or Love's gas station or YMCA because she would have missed him. So now she's stuck there overnight, and this is our hypothesis, y'all. We just talking this through. She would have been stuck there overnight with a whole baby in her car, waiting on her man to get back home. Now, in Chicago, I don't think you probably want to be outside in the dark in a car, just sitting with your child with no weapon or protection. So she is licensed to carry. Okay. She had probably already put those bullets in that pow pow, in that GUN. Let me go on and say this to child. Somebody had to correct me under one of my videos. They said, well, once you're into your live, you can say gun because you make us feel like 2-year-olds when you say pow pow. Okay. So gun. Okay. She was probably like, child, let me go ahead and load this up in case somebody want to come and try me. She probably did not sleep overnight. That baby probably did not sleep in that heat because it's not cold outside. Was probably crying, hungry, ready to get out that car. Okay, and she probably got that baby all up in the car, in that car seat, or holding, putting back in the car seat, all of this, trying to blow up his phone. Okay, allegedly. Now, that's probably why the baby was knocked out the next day, and we never even heard the baby cry. Okay, nobody's talking about that part, baby. What happened to the baby? Why we didn't hear this baby crying or nothing? No, we didn't see the baby in none of the videos. All these videos running around, not a one person holding that child. Where was the baby? But anyways, so now she had the pow pow probably loaded. Okay, waiting. The more you wait as a woman, y'all know we get madder and madder because, baby, no, you don't have me out here with this child. You ain't came home and you not answering the phone. Oh, okay, I got you. So then here he comes. He pulls up. Now, if he was going to the gym, he had sent a message. Okay, let's see. Honey Drip said the way the cars was seemed like maybe she was sitting watching and Los made that U-turn, saw her stop, and Meeks was behind him because they both just left the school and she stopped. Oh, Honey Drip. But that was going to be another scenario too. We were going to talk through that too if that happened. Okay, because that part, it's multiple things that could have happened with that part too. So I'm glad you brought that up. Don't let me forget that. Welcome everyone coming in. Thank you so much for joining. Right, girl, in the same clothes. Okay. Honey Drip, you're going to be in the timeout. She said, imagine stinking breath, cat smelling, fighting over a man. Girl, yeah, the baby was fed the F up with the parents. he got tired of waiting in the car all night. Okay, he like, I'm done. I don't want to hear no more fighting. Dang it, my phone was ringing. Poor baby was hot as hell. It was hot outside. So Holly should have gotten a man from the suburbs. Chicago men are different. If you're not from here, even Taraji couldn't deal with one. She ended up in therapy after ending the engagement. Oh my God. Girl, right, Elaine, we're going to talk this thing through. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay, thank y'all. So, child, he could have pulled up. Okay, he like, girl, I thought you was back at home. See, he probably thought she was back at home, blowing up his phone, not there in the parking spot, blowing up his phone. Okay, so now this man double parked and he sees her. Now he had sent a message allegedly saying he was going to the gym. Maybe his plan was, so, one of the plans could have been, hey, I'm about to stop at the house, perhaps get something, or who knows, but he showed up back at the house, okay, because he was on his way. Now, all this time in between, I don't know exactly at what time he would have pulled up, Okay. Now, Romeca, here she is running late. Okay. Dropping off her son, the lunch, taking the pictures, stuff, and so forth, and makes that U turn. Now, we don't know in any scenario of why she's pulled over right there. Okay. One scenario could be, hey, why is he out here double parked like this? Blah, blah, blah. She could have pulled up, what you doing? Or maybe they, had a conversation and didn't know Holly had been parked there overnight. Okay. Now she sees Romeca. She's already upset, enraged, because this man ain't answering the phone. She blowing it up. She waiting for him to get back. And now she's already upset. Now you done added to me being upset. Okay, because now here you come. All right. Or like Honey Drip said, is it possible if they drove up, hey, pulled up together? Okay, he about to drop his car off, head out, with Romeca. I don't know. We don't know that part. That part is still missing. But one thing we do know, they all met up at the scene. Okay? They all met up at that scene on that day. Let's see here. Deanna says, but think of her mentality. Who sits in the car with the baby? She was pissed and he pulls up, and then Meeks shortly thereafter. In her mind, she thought they were about to hook up. Possibly. Okay, because something's off a little, in my opinion, with her mind. Like she watched, I should say, Romeca a lot, y'all, a lot. You could tell based off of the stuff she said, the way she was copying outfits and things like that. So, hey, with Carlos, I'm pretty sure she had the same energy. She was probably stalking his page as well. Every little thing they post. And in her mind, y'all, we even seen this yesterday as we were watching Clarissa Shields, because she got some of this going on too. She was having a whole conversation of something Layla said that she didn't say in her mind. Like she had that conversation. What? Girl, that didn't even happen. So your mind is making up all of these conversations or all of these scenarios, and it takes you to another place outside of yourself. So now you're already, because of Romeca, the witness is saying, oh, I heard her say something about, are y'all kidding me? I was just dropping my baby off. Now, that lets us know that she looked like she was confused by it all. If that was really stated, Romeca is like, well, this ain't on me. Okay, because I was trying to drop my baby off. Okay, so I don't know what y'all got going. I don't know what y'all got going on. Now, either they at that point they kind of knew what was what, or Carlos in that instant, hey, didn't know what was really happening either. Now, that could kind of explain if at that time, if Holly was trying to taunt Romeca, or when Romeca was trying to leave, allegedly hitting her car, trying to get her to stay, and she gets out trying to go off on her, and Carlos trying to get her into the car, then maybe he could have been trying to get her away from all this, because he trying to figure this out too. Like, she upset, girl, you need to get up out of here. Okay, because she does have a pow or a gun. She was mad and raging. She saw him with Meeks at that school and probably thought he had been with Meeks all night, and she snapped. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know if he went to the school. That part we know Romeca did. That part would be alleged. We don't know if he went to the school or not. Now, and then I don't know if she would have seen that, because she's sitting in the car down the street, across the street. So I don't know if she would have seen that part. Yeah, we just thinking out loud. But I'm glad y'all seeing certain stuff, because it prompts other thoughts. This crazy, because I watched Single White Female the other day. Healing Hearts. I told you she reminds me of Single White Female, but she's just black. Okay. Which would explain Romeca saying, I just dropped my son off. Exactly that part. Something is wrong with her mind, because as a woman, we're going to investigate, but I would have took my son home first and brushed my teeth. Okay, right. She knew Meeks was his number one. She wanted to be her and her place. Clarissa and Holly's mentality are the same. Okay. Clarissa made up a beat, so maybe Holly did the same thing. Girl, it's starting to become clear. We saw that on the video, like through the receipts. She was making up stuff in her mind. That goes back to the restraining order, y'all. This is why that part stands out to me because I want to know. We know that she allegedly got this restraining order just by default, right? But is it possible that some of that stuff was made up in her mind, or she created some fake text messages talking to herself, like it was Romeca talking to her, and came up with this whole thread for some type of proof in case she had to turn in all of that? Okay. Calling numbers. Y'all know we have seen stuff like this on movies, calling from a number, making it seem like, and it was actually a Netflix movie that came out where the mom was doing her own daughter like that. Okay, she was cyber stalking her own daughter, talking about her, talking about the boyfriend didn't want her, all of this different stuff. And they found out it was the mom, and now she is serving jail time. So I said that to say this stuff is not just, oh, that's impossible, that can't happen. No, it can happen. People talk to themselves. People create narratives. People create fake text messages. People create troll pages. All of this stuff to create narratives. Okay. It can happen. And so if she's having this stuff in her mind that, okay, this girl is jealous of me, and Romeca is like, what? Why I'm jealous of you? Okay, well, what am I jealous of? The boy, he not even posting you on his community wall or on his social media. What am I actually jealous of? Okay, really, she had nothing to prove. She had already had a son by him. Okay, you're trying to catch up, little Miss Holly. Okay, you're trying to have a baby by him too to level the playing field to say, nah, 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 boo, boo, we both got a child by him. Come on now. So then it takes me back to those messages, okay? And the long list of things she had on that restraining order, which is why I do wish that there was a hearing. I wish that Romeca would have gone because she would have had a chance to see in person, okay, what proof Holly was going to come with. She would have had to prove the things that were on that paper because who's actually proven the authenticity of those receipts? Like, I really want to know that because we're hearing about, oh, there were text now messages and all of that. But who actually proved that? To get it by default, she didn't have to prove nothing. She could have written, she cussed me out on this. She could have written whatever she wanted to on there. She didn't have to prove none of that stuff. But if they had gone to a hearing and Romeca, was there to fight for, her side or whatever, then she would have had to come with proof. Now, in that, if there are some made up text threads, okay, then she could have had access to look at it to say if that's her or not. Because I'm still trying to figure out what would be her reason in texting something from her son's phone. If she wanted to text a message, she would have texted you from her own phone. She would have called you out on her social media. She would have went up under your post. Why was she seeing you a picture of her private area? Okay. And allegedly, there was a friend that they had in common that they still don't know who it is that was going between the two young ladies. Holly is still mad at Romeca and blaming her to this day. If they were together, she was mad at him, waiting with the pow pow. What if he used her as a body armor when Romeca wasn't the target? Ooh. Ooh, Derica. Oh my gosh. Ooh, girl. I would hope not. Lord have mercy. And you know what, though? Another thing that I thought about, y'all. Remember when the mom, it came out in the very beginning, and her mom said that when he contacted her, allegedly, he said it was his fault. What was his fault? I still want to know that. What was he confessing to? Latae said, not Miss Never would she be. Okay, sitting waiting for him or blowing his phone. I would never have the same outfit on for 3 days. I would never be jealous of when I am winning. Okay. Hey, Miss Lady, welcome. Thank you for joining. People using your ish. Wait, what? Healing Hearts? What? Which one? Now y'all gotta tag me or something. They probably will take the tag off. You know, some stuff I don't really care about. I at least give people a shout out though. If I use their stuff, because I use people's stuff too. But I'll say shout out to this person or put their full link underneath it. I don't mind them using it though. Pat better get far away from Clarissa because before she does the same to him, he gonna wish he had stayed with Remy. Oh, hello. Yep, I can feel that coming too. I know Romeca was feisty, but I didn't see her threatening a child through text messages or at all. Right. Hey, Passion Princess is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you so much for joining. Well, how you go somewhere if one does not know? Right. I believe all of that is definitely being investigated now. I hope so. I put a TPO on my ex landlord before, and I didn't have to show proof. I just wrote down what he threatened me with. See, that's what I'm saying. It was no reason for her to have to show proof. Proof of what if nobody was going to show up? And they sent the restraining order, request or to serve her, whatever they call it, to different addresses that she wasn't even at. So to me, it looked underhanded how you were already trying to go about getting it. Um, because you could have tagged her or took a little screenshot of it, just how like you posted the I would never videos. You could have tagged her in the restraining order. Girl, look, you got court. Okay, so while you on here talking noise, you better make sure you show up for that court date. Okay, because that way we could have had some type of proof like, well, Romeca knew about this restraining order. So if you did everything else publicly, how come you were trying to hide that? See, some people, when they're trying to get custody, they're going through trying to get some paternity rights. They'll do it, their due diligence to say, oh, I posted it here, or, I made a little ad or something like that. They know that those people not looking at those ads. Okay. So she knew if I sent it all around her, not the places I know she usually goes, then there's a chance she may not even get it. Okay. And if she doesn't get it, then hey, they will grant it to me by default. C probably sent them pictures to Q and he sent them. Oh, Lord. I wonder, did she ever send him a picture of her private area and he used that and sent it to Holly? Because that's my next question. How would she get a picture of Romeca's private area? Like, that's crazy to me. Let's see. I never thought of that. Maybe it was a 9-year-old boy killed her because a man picked up and used him as a body shield. This was in the mid 2000s. The black boy died sadly. Oh, y'all, that would be a whole other twist to this thing. What? And you know what? He the type that I could see doing something like that. I'm gonna be honest. He is the type that I could definitely see doing something like that. Why didn't she ever call the police when they came in contact and after? Yes, exactly, Deanna. Okay, my thing is, if this girl, because I would, if I was a judge or something in that particular case, I would have asked her, where's your paperwork of you reporting these incidents? Okay, there should be some form of paperwork out there. Hi, Black Paris. Welcome. Thank you, everyone that's joining and tapping in. I may be missing some of the comments. Why hasn't anyone posted these so-called threats and messages she sent? I ain't seen one yet. I haven't either, Honey Drip. Okay, because boo boo, this would be the time, okay? While you're in the midst of this. Now, maybe she's shown the police. I don't know. But you would think that if she's like, oh, I'm going to show all these old pictures that she's putting out, well, then since y'all think I'm so guilty, let me reveal some of these text messages she was sending to me, my family members, and so forth. We haven't seen any of that. None of that. Carlos probably sent that trying to make her jealous, possibly. Shout out to my sis Shelly Shells for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, "Justice for Romeca." Thank you. I appreciate that, sis. Hi, Miss Lysander. She said, "What you just said." She had a picture of her. Yes. Allegedly on the restraining order. Hey, Queen Brandy. She had put that Romeca sent her a picture of her private area. So my wondering was why? Why would she have to do that? And where did that picture come from? And was there really a picture? You know what I'm saying? Now I question everything about that restraining order because where's the proof? People can come up with fake text threads all day long. I just did a video. If y'all haven't seen it, a whole video showing that process. Okay, now don't get any ideas. I don't want y'all out here making up, talking to yourself, making up these, making up these fake messages, but it's not beneath people. There are some people out here that don't care. They will make up all kind of messages. So, wow, y'all just hit me with a twist of that thing. Lord have mercy. Okay, now that's a good possibility if he's holding her and she's wiggling, trying to get out of his grasp. Okay, but he's continuing to pull her back and holding her up. Because I'm wondering if that was such a shot for Romeca, how did he not get hit? That's my thing too. I kept wondering that, like, how did he not get hit? But anyways, we don't know because we don't have that footage. But these are questions and things we're just still talking through and wondering how did that part happen? Okay. Let's see here. Deanna said her whole world is about to be turned upside down. She thinks she got away with this. Exactly. Yes, Black Paris. Okay. They have not only that one, but y'all, they have a multitude. Hey, Glenn, welcome. A multitude of these apps. And let me tell you, when I was watching one of those videos, they said that people that have experience in scamming, they are the ones that are very, very knowledgeable, okay, in how these apps work and how to get these different text message threads, because that is how they gain people's information. They will do the quick short messages to your phone, and it will create a sense of urgency that, oh my gosh, I got to click here because somebody about to get my information. So when you click on that link and you start authenticating your information, bam, they got you. Okay, because people look at these messages they said sometimes, and they don't really, they make it look so real. Like in Google, they shared wait, what was it? Amazon. Oh, Amazon. They said that some of these messages may say Amazon, right? The M though is not an M, but it's an RN that's close, and it makes it look like a text from the real Amazon, but it's really ARN, and the rest. And that RN together looked like an M. And so people would automatically click on it because they're thinking Amazon reaching out to me, like somebody trying to buy something. And so people click on it in the midst of, not really authenticating it. And they've entered their info, and the scammers that got their information. So y'all be careful when clicking on these links, okay? Because some of it can look very close to the real thing. So they said that with these fake text threads, a lot of people know how to disguise who they are. And you can always go in and change the name and the picture, okay? You can also put fake numbers to make it look like it's coming from that person's phone. So I would just like to know if someone has investigated all of that, because clearly some of them have a history of scamming. Okay. Let's see. Why would Romeca do that? Was it made of gold? Wait a minute. Okay. You say that again, honey drip. Was it made of gold or something? Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Girl, you had me tickled on that. When I tried to get a restraining order in 2020, Chicago police denied me and said I didn't have enough evidence. I think that's why Holly chose to go to Stalking to get one. But that's just my opinion. Say that again. Y'all, Jasmine is from Chicago. So she even tried to get one. This was what, 5 years ago? She said they told her she didn't have enough evidence. So you're probably, is Skokie a little, is that a little town? Y'all let me know. Because that's probably like, I ain't never even heard of it. Okay. Like we have little towns in the DFW area. Child, don't nobody go to the courthouses. They barely got 2 or 3 people sitting out in the downtown area. You go to those little places, child, they're like, here, we ain't got no work anyway. Gone. Y'all sign this little paperwork. They ain't really thinking nothing through. Okay. So that's a good point. Healing Heart said, I'm going to ask myself a question. I don't believe Romeca sent Holly a picture like that. Holly is nuts. I'm telling y'all, I didn't believe it when I heard it. Jasmine, she shouldn't even be able to get one in a different county. It should be in the county the person resides. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what scammers use. Oh, that's how you knew. Okay, it's nothing to pay $5 for an app that will end up gaining me thousands. Okay. I don't believe Romeca sent Holly a picture of her body part. Why? It seems like Holly was going at Romeca on social media. Right. I got a text about a package from Amazon. It was group text. I said, stop scamming. The person responded, I didn't send you anything. And I had to screenshot it and send it back. Oh, that's what I'm telling you, honey drip. Girl, right there. That's what I'm saying. It's not impossible, y'all. People do this all the time. And I get those, and my husband, he gets those messages and he gets excited. I'm like, that's a scammer, you know, right? Please don't click on nothing. Okay. Do not click on none of this. And when I used to work in the school district, we had a special training too, where the guy talked about that, like emails and texts and things like that, because they didn't want the information in the district to be compromised. So you have to be careful about clicking on certain links and things because everything's not real. Or it could have been someone, even if it wasn't Holly, texting herself, setting this up. Is it possible that somebody else could have been setting it up and sending the messages to her? Because if we have a double agent, allegedly, a middle person that's spreading information from Romeca to Holly, Holly to Romeca, well, is it possible that who's in the middle, that person we don't know of, could they have done that and been sending messages? Now, I don't know how this person would have gotten a body part picture, but we don't know if it's real or not, or if it's hers or not. We don't know. Only Romeca would have been able to verify if that was hers. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff, come on now. I don't know why that judge granted that. That's crazy. I would have asked for some proof on some of this stuff. Now, not to see somebody's body part, but child, where's the other person? We got to verify this with the other person. Do you know if that's hers? It could have been a random one. That's crazy. Yeah, they almost got some people right. I don't believe that. Skokie is a suburb of Chicago. It's on the far north side. Okay, yeah, and Brandy lives there too. In Chicago, you have to have a police report to get an order of protection. See, okay, thank you so much, Freddie. Now, and thank you for joining. I want to say this. That was where I was going with this earlier, y'all, because someone brought it up. Why did she not have like reports, police reports attached? Because it had to have been, this couldn't have just been, oh, we're going to go straight to a restraining order because you have all of this stuff written out. Where did you try to call the police and get them involved in this? They clone your number and use it to call people. That happened to me before. See, there you go. Tanya said this happened to her. Wow. I have to check my mom's phone for links because she thinks she wants something or someone sent her a package. Exactly. I'm telling y'all, it is possible. So going back to the scenario. Now she has this license to carry. Okay. So imagine if he had not responded to her phone calls 18 times allegedly. She's sitting in the car overnight. She's already mad. Okay, already mad. So he pulls up. Now, we don't know if there was a time gap between when he pulled up and double parked right there, or, how long in between that did Romeca pull up? That's a whole other thing. Was it simultaneously, or was he already there and then Romeca pulled up? If they pulled in about the same time, that sent that girl over the ledge. Okay. Okay, because her first thoughts were, oh, I bet she was with this. Y'all know what. Okay, she wasn't going to be too nice about it. And then we have a whole little scenario episode. So this would change everything. Okay. Hey, Mr. CKB, thank you for joining again. Look, this 2 times in a one day. What? I feel special. Y'all, check out Mr. CKB. He even was acting up today. He shared a funny video, which is not too funny because I have questions. He probably saw my list of questions underneath that video. What in the world? Okay, but he has his channel. He's doing some great things. But thank you for your support, Mr. CKB. So we just have questions because I'm not sure. This will change a lot of stuff, y'all. Because guess who was out of place? Guess who, if they weren't there, none of this would have gone down. This goes beyond the self-defense. This goes to, girl, you're outside where you should not have been, stalking this man, and now it's led to Romeca has lost her life because you're out of position. You were supposed to allegedly been at home. So why were you still at the parking spot? Had you not been there, your feelings wouldn't have gotten hurt. Okay. You wouldn't have to pull out your pow pow, and Romeca would still be here. Now, I don't have any proof of this. This is, like I said, alleged information that's coming out, but it would definitely change a lot. Deanna said, I see so many lawsuits coming out of this. Yes. For the Meeks family, yes. Sadly, it doesn't bring her back. Exactly, it doesn't. Holly was out of place. Thank you, Black Paris. In this scenario, if this happened, y'all, she was out of place. Now, he could, if he wanted to try to fix this, he could show where she was blowing up his phone and that she should have not been there. Okay. I don't know why it turned into she was coming after my baby situation. Now, if they were getting into it, whether it was arguing, fighting, or whatever, I don't know if it was meant to go down with the pow pow. Okay, because we talked about this part yesterday. For those of you who weren't on there, the reason I say that is when Holly yells out afterwards, her focus was more so on I'm licensed to carry and I have a restraining order. Okay. Now, Carlos, we heard him at the other part. He said, it's self-defense. It's self-defense, right? Self-defense, self-defense. You're going to go self-defense, self-defense. He kept saying that to the crowd. He kept saying that to her. He walks over out of the shot. Some people say he did a little fist bump. Self-defense, self-defense. It's like he's adding that layer to say, look, now, I don't know how this is about to go down because you just unalived my baby's mom. But one strategy, okay, we're going to use is self-defense, okay, because she was coming after you. You already had that restraining order out. And really, I think that was in retaliation, okay, because allegedly she had restraining orders out too on Carlos, but then she dropped it because her cousin, I think aunt or cousin said allegedly that she, wanted them to be able to co-parent and him see his son and stuff like that, which was, very nice of her. But I don't think she had a plan at first. I'm going to be honest. That's just my opinion. Point blank, period. That second baby mama should have never been there. Exactly. See, we want to say, why was Romeca there? No, y'all need to go back and say, why was Holly there? Okay, let's start there. Because it looks like she was out of place. Okay. Romeca had reason to be turning down that street. She was dropping her son off at a school he attends, and she could turn wherever she wanted to turn. Okay, if she wanted to make a right turn, she could make a right turn. If she wanted to keep straight through the light and make a U-turn, she could keep straight through the light and make a U-turn. If she wanted to come to that first light and to make a U-turn, she can. If she wanted to turn left and drive by Carlos' house and below, she can. Okay, so miss us with all of the, well, why does she have to turn there? Please stop. Please stop. Okay, she could turn wherever she wanted to turn. It's a free world. If she wanted to turn there, she could turn there. That doesn't mean that she should have lost her life because she turned down a certain street or made a U-turn. Was it illegal? Okay, if it's not an illegal U-turn, and still that doesn't justify a person losing their life. Okay, they may get a ticket, but they won't lose their life over that. Why? Let's go back in this. Now that this new theory or whatever y'all want to call it, narrative story, because none of it comes with any proof. Okay, we have no text, no witness, no nothing. We just throwing stuff out there. Okay, so since this was thrown out there, let's go with this. Okay, let's go back. Now we got to go back. Why was Holly there? Who was she stalking? Was she stalking Romeca or was she stalking Carlos? Okay, now we got to take it on back. Because, see, we all this time we've been on why was Romeca there? We need to find out why was Carlos there. I mean, Carlos and why was Holly there? Carlos probably wants to know why was Holly still there? Now we got to take this thing back. We got to go back. He held her down and she shot her. Whew. That's why he used the self-defense. Right. He only wanted to use that so he wouldn't go to jail. Oh, okay. Because when I went back and listened to that other video again today, y'all, the Hispanic guy, now this was in the part where this is the video where you could hear him yelling out State Street, right? And the Hispanic guy said he was trying to get her into the car and he shot her. He said he. Now, in that moment, to me, it looks like they could have been close up and both of their hands could have been on the weapon at one point. Okay, because I think he would know the difference between a girl and a guy. I feel that he was, he may have spoke Spanish or whatever, but you can tell the difference between a man and a woman. So a lot of that we're still unclear on because we don't have a video. We don't have footage. We're going by what has been stated, what the witness stated, or it's pure speculation. It's crazy how the witness, hi Tanya, it's crazy how the witness also stated that allegedly he was the one who mentioned that Holly was going to allegedly shoot her during the altercation. Exactly. Okay, because that witness did say that. So I think he did know about all of that, the restraining order and that she had a pow, the gun. Okay, because they were together that weekend. Romeca probably made the U-turn because it takes her to the expressway. Right. Carlos, let's see what it say. Carlos is the he I'm speaking of. Right. I got you. They never said anything, the baby. It was the witness who mentioned about the baby. Yeah, she brought up the baby. He brought up the baby. And then she said, yeah, that's my baby. Because I could read her lips. And she was like, yeah, that's my baby. We still don't hear or see the baby. Where is if anything, can somebody show some proof or evidence? Since we out here proving everything, showing everything, who's going to pull up the picture of the baby? Okay, Ladre, if you're not going to show the footage of what happened before all of this, like, that one infamous video in your stash, do you have a video of someone holding the baby, feeding the baby, changing the baby, just rubbing the baby's back, like, okay, it's okay, baby in a car seat, like some evidence that there was a baby? Yeah, I know it was on the police report and so forth, but I'm just saying, y'all, in all of this chaos, in all of these videos that have been coming out, we have yet to hear or see a baby. But yet, the baby is a big part of their defense. That Romeca was allegedly coming after her baby. Where is the baby? That's what I need to see. Okay. Holly was stalking Carlos. Yes, his statement was 2 paragraphs long, and we still don't know what it said. Okay. A bunch of nothing and probably full of lies. Okay. I would never stalk a man that cheats on me. I would never stalk another woman, especially that early. Wait. Okay. Not that early in the morning. Hey, look at Disciples Talks is in the building. Welcome, bro. Okay, look, we getting some men up in here. I know that's right, because we want to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions as well. Okay. Thank you for joining tonight. See, the manipulation is working. I'm telling you, the baby was too quiet with all of that happening. Yes, never, not that early in the morning. Okay. Yeah, we've seen everything around this. We have yet to see the important, crucial parts, the baby and what led up to this happening. Okay, because all day long we can come up with 50. Just see how we came up with a couple today. Okay, we can come up with 20,000 scenarios of how it could have happened. Until we see it with our own eyes, we don't know if any of it is true. Okay, even that restraining order. I don't believe it. I don't believe that stuff on that restraining order was true either. Carlos, no, Romeca not about to harm Holly's baby. Q started a rumor and they ran with it. That's what I'm saying. Where did that come up at? Because that's not even true. Hey, it is what it is. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Okay. So, Holly, why were you there still? Allegedly. Okay. Because 18 times you texted a man and he still didn't respond. Girl, he wanted his parking spot. Not you. Okay. I think he was coming home thinking he could pull up into his parking spot. He got a double park. And you still waiting with the windows down in his parking spot. Now that makes you look crazy. I'm sorry. That there with a whole baby, that's sad. And that could have been why they said that that baby didn't need to go back with her. Because they done told you've been out here sitting in a car with a whole baby and then with a loaded weapon, allegedly. Okay? So something was off that morning already. So then when you add in Carlos coming up, then Romeca, the girl lost it. Okay? She just lost it. And I don't know at that point, you know, was this, what happened after that? But she didn't want to see her, definitely in that moment. I honestly don't believe the baby was there that morning. Well, Miss Lady, it wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Look, you want to know why it wouldn't surprise me? Because it looks like we're putting stuff on police reports that are coming up missing. Okay. They done put that the police had the weapon. They put also that the police had the phones. Child, one of the phones missing. Where is Romeca's phone? That's another piece that we still don't know. Where is her phone? Who has it? Does Carlos have it? Do the police have it? Okay, so then they putting on there that there was a baby at the scene. Well, did y'all lose the baby? Where is the baby? Because we didn't see a baby yet to this day, and this has been over a month, and none of that footage has been leaked. Okay, we couldn't hear a baby crying. We didn't hear one of the witnesses say, "Here, let me hold the baby." We didn't. She didn't say, "Oh, let me go over here. My baby needs me." Mm-mm. She was so busy worried about I got my license to carry and yeah, we self defense. He worried about self defense. Did he forget he had a whole other child? We didn't even hear him going over to check on the baby. Or was there someone out there that they knew and they came and got the baby before all the videos started coming out? Maybe they were waiting in a car somewhere. I don't know. Right, Healing Hearts. Honey Drip said, I know it's one part they could have kept out the story, her being in the same. Wait, Honey Drip coming with the jokes. Her being in the same clothes for 3 days. Girl, you're just dirty. Yeah, they could have kept that part out of this story. Okay, we don't care to know. But y'all, it adds to why she would have been in the same clothes for, that third day. If her behind was supposed to be at home. Okay, you still out here waiting on this man. We got to do better. We got to do better. Allegedly. Okay, remember everything I say is alleged, and this is just story time. Okay, we just thinking through some scenarios. She did everything she said she wouldn't do. Just stupid. Okay, girl. I'm trying to figure out how the family don't know where the phone is. I don't know what happened to this phone situation. Okay, because one minute we thinking that the phone is at now. Like I said, unless this is like y'all, if y'all hear my husband, he watching football. Y'all know how it is on Sunday evenings. Well, allegedly, um, it was on the police report at one time, and thought they had all that and investigating. But in another scenario, there was video footage from the other side. Remember, we did a video where we showed the guy, okay, that guy in the dreads. He had moved to that other side. He was recording. Okay, I don't know who that guy is. Okay, but it picked up Carlos putting something in his pocket. Many are saying that that's a phone, and he also had a phone in his hand. Okay, now with that, people are wondering, was that Romeca's phone that he had? Does he have two phones? Was he reaching down, to her to get that phone? Now, yesterday, a part of that conversation, we had, some of you may have missed that, is in the beginning of this, her mother said that the police were not the first to tell her about Romeca. The way that she found out was through a text message, and someone had sent her a picture of Romeca on the ground like that. Okay. Now, remember, I said back when we talked about this, was who would have sent that picture to her mother? Because it would have had to have been someone who knew her phone number. Okay. Whoever it was, whether they took it directly with the phone and sent that to her, or there was another video out there that people could have been sharing and sent that, someone that knows her, to her mom. I just felt like that's not the way to do that, especially when it's someone's mother, to send them a picture looking like that, okay, of their child. No one wants to open up a message and find out that their child is gone pretty much like that, okay? A short time after that, after all of this happened, if y'all remember, Romeca's sister came on live and she said, y'all, please stop sending that to my mom. I know that there is a video, there are pictures out there. She was like, please report it. Please, y'all, please stop sending that. Okay. So that means that there was someone who was able to get up close and personal with the phone to take that picture and do a video to show her body out like that, which is very sad because no one wants to see that. And that's how she originally found out. Not Holly's mother at the Brandy concert last night with the auntie. Black Paris, nuh-uh. Speaking of that, y'all, why did Brandy walk off the stage? Just left the concert, child, mid-performance, didn't and none of them responded to TMZ. Okay, they didn't even get to sing "The Boy Is Mine," child. Brandon and walked off the stage. Ooh, they are so cold. I thought the first witness said the baby was in the back seat. We still, Brandy, listen, he said it, but I'm just saying, we still have yet to see or hear a baby. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. He said he brought up a baby. Yeah, he did. Lydre got the phone. That's why he thought he could make an AI video because Meeks was recording when she pulled. However, they can't spin it. Yeah, that's something else that's been out in the streets. Allegedly, Romeca could have been recording the first part of what was going on, and maybe he took the phone and deleted some things out of there. That's true. That's right there as a key piece. She just dirty in the process. Right. Okay. Allegedly. Okay. Or it was Romeca's phone that sent the message. That's what I'm wondering, Deanna. Okay. Because I know that they tell people, your phones to um, send, right instead of your husband's phone number, put husband. Or instead of your mom's phone number, put mom because of emergencies. If the emergency crew finds your phone in an accident or something like that, then they'll know who mama is because it says mom. Okay. They'll know who your spouse is because it says wife or husband. They don't know phone numbers. Okay. So that's another theory. Did he have her phone and take a picture and send that? Now that would be even more heartless. I'm gonna be honest, because who wants to get a picture from her phone of her on the ground like that? To me, that's even worse if it was from her own phone. Because remember, she said that that's like how me and my mom we were. Every morning she talked to her. Okay. So imagine she had not gotten the phone call yet, but she received this picture. That is heartless to me. You don't do a mother like that. And especially from the daughter's phone. I hope it didn't come from her phone. Lord have mercy. Hey, Original Bay, welcome. Thank you for joining. That's probably why Brandy walked off the stage. Okay. Child. Ooh. I don't know what happened with Brandy. Why she did that. That's not professional. Carlos' apartment is on a block filled with outdoor bars with rooftop party, and Carlos probably was in one of those bars. I see pretty fine black women there all the time. Okay, if he wanted to cheat, he didn't have to go far. Got you. Okay, so where he lives. Brandy put out a letter today. She said she was dehydrated. Oh, so she was feeling sick because I didn't see any updates yet. Well, that explains it. And that's possible. Somebody because their family was there. Oh, so she went to the hospital? Wow. Hey, Right Sound Studios talking about I'm late for class. You are very late. Okay. A whole hour and a half late. Okay. Thank you for joining. Or put ice in case of emergency. Ooh, that's good. You're exactly right. Those bars are packed on the weekends. Clock it. So he wouldn't have to go far to cheat, allegedly, if he wanted to. Okay. But he said he was going to the gym that morning. But now, if he sent that message at 8 something and he was going to the gym for about 9:20, that's like 40 minutes. That's like a 40-minute difference. So that's what makes me think, okay, so that's why I brought that up. That's why I was thinking that maybe he was going to park and go to his house for something before he went to the gym. Because, hey, although he had on some shorts and a shirt, who's to say he didn't wear that the day before, wherever he was overnight, allegedly. And maybe he wanted to freshen up before he went to the gym. Went to the house, okay, put in the group chat, allegedly, I'm going to the gym. I'll be there at 9:20. Let me stop by the house right quick. Let me go park and walk over to my place, get my clothes, get my gym bag. Did he have a gym bag in his car? Was he going to get his gym bag and then got there and that girl's still in his parking spot? Because that's like a 40-minute gap. So why would he say I would be there at 9:20? I believe Brandy was sick because she's never done anything like this before, and she's always been professional. I never heard anything bad about her performances. She's pretty trustworthy. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. I knew it had to be something. Then she had on that heavy coat too. So them folks should have seen Holly in the car all night looking crazy. Okay, girl, they probably walking by like, who is that? Because I think Jasmine said in that area, it's like a nice area. And so they're not used to like big time crime like this. A lot of like different Asian communities and so forth. So they were probably wondering, who is this? Harpo, who this lady? In a Chevy Cruze sitting out here with all the windows down. Baby probably was crying then because the baby probably was hot. That's sad. Poor baby. Justice for the baby. That baby had to go through all of this. You know, sitting in the car. Like, we leave that little part out. Oh my God. That's crazy. So, them folks should have seen. Okay, I read that he was going to shower and change. Possibly. Okay, that's why he lived there. Uh oh. Well, I'm just saying, hey, that's a 40-minute gap. So if he was going to the gym, why didn't he just go to the gym? Because possibly he had to change, get his gym back. So you think, okay, so Freddie said that's the hood, the projects. So one person said it's the hood. I'm hearing another person say it's not, that type of crime right there. Okay. I don't live there, so I don't know. Do they have a lot of shootings right there, Freddie, in that area? Because I don't know. Who y'all? This thing is taking a whole nother turn. Wow. So who was stalking who is the question. Okay. Cause trying to see Carlos. Who was trying to see Carlos? Because it now starts over with Holly. Why were you still there? Oh, you stay there. Okay, gotcha. Okay, you stay in the area. Okay. Um, that would be a whole scenario. So it'd be going down over there. Okay. Wow, y'all. This is sad. Okay. Because I feel like if this is true, this part is true, and she was supposed to have been home, then this thing would not have gone down the way that it went down. That's the sad part of it. Okay. So all of the other stuff about why Romeca stopped and all of that, well, we got to go back. Why was Holly still there? And why did she have that power, that gun loaded, especially around her baby? So it goes back to that. And then we can move forward, okay, with the other part of Romeca and Carlos. Did they pull up together, or was it one after the other, or why? We don't know all of that. We don't know all of that yet. But what we do know is they were all there, and it ended with Romeca losing her life. That's where we are. And hopefully more answers and things will come out of this. I'm hoping that Chicago will look at Philadelphia and see how they handled this Kata Scott case and kept the community informed, because I think it will help win back the trust of the people. You got to put all of the politics and things aside, okay? Yeah, we could tell even in Philadelphia, they telling on each other. They don't like each other. But that should not stop you from getting justice, okay, for your people. Okay, open book, look up the area. It's two schools over there, and the high school just had a shootout. What? They just redid the buildings over there. Not a shootout at the high school? See, I believe you live there, child. Ooh, now the turn just making more sense. Okay. I like that, Black Pierce. Okay. Look like Carlos. Self defense, self defense. Okay. Okay. Let's go with that. I mean, hey, at this point, it does highlight some stuff, to be honest. It does. It shows some more stuff that we didn't know, if that's true. I would say, I bet she thinking I should have just went home. Right. But I don't think so. I think she wanted to do it. I think both of those are true. Yep. That's a pretty nice area. It's going south of downtown. It explains her lack of changing her clothes. It explains Romeca saying, "What the F you talking about? I'm coming from dropping my son off." Yes. And would explain why she was so upset to catch an murder charge. Yes. Clock it. Yes. Okay. Right, Black Paris. I agree. That would explain those things. Wow. All right, y'all. Well, we'll continue to keep our ear to the street. It also explains that alternative side parking, how she got no ticket. Girl, now that Black Paris, yes, because she was in the car. If somebody walked up there, I'm in here, I'm about to move. She didn't move to the nearest gas station or YMCA to go take a shower. But she made sure she stayed there because she would have lost her parking spot. Hold on. And she would have possibly missed Carlos. Okay. So she was probably like, I'm going to just stay put and let them know that I am in here in case they walk up and try to give me a ticket. She probably didn't get any sleep that night. I bet she did. Because she was probably up watching and waiting, watching and waiting. Who's stalking who? Who's stalking who? Who's watching? Who's texting? Who's looking? Probably was checking out social media links, everything, trying to see where he was. Did he check in somewhere? Okay. Checking Romeca's page. Well, let me see. Where is she? She looking to see. She done saw Romeca's post probably. Because she was probably on social media all night and that morning. She probably like, oh, she gonna be over here. Oh, she late. Where he at? Because he not even here. Okay. She was up checking all kind of social media. I'm telling you. So she was already to the limit, y'all, of seeing them, and especially Romeca, if she was already upset, that was the last person she wanted to see. Yeah, she was not sleeping. I'm telling you, that girl did not get a lick of sleep that night. Hey, Juanita Way, she said it's not the hood either. Jasmine said this isn't the hood. Over 200, $300,000 condos and townhomes upward to 500,000. I'm not paying over 2,000 to live in the hood. Those kids aren't from the area. Oh, got you. Okay. Ooh, child. I know that's right. 2,000. If she was looking at all that, the police will be able to see it. Yeah, if they have her phone. Unless she was able to get into her accounts on a laptop. She showed been sending pictures from a social media. Doesn't Holly have a duty to call the police first before firing or trying to get away? Get away from where, Marva? She definitely did call the police. And I'm still on the fence of whether Carlos was on the phone when the guy in the background is saying 911, not even answering. And he made it a point to yell during that time. But we couldn't hear nothing else she was saying when you were down on the ground by Romeca. But you made sure when you stood up, you said that loud and very theatrical. Okay? So we don't know if you were on the phone with 911 or not. Because the guy said 911 was not even calling or answering. Brandy said, facts. Remember back in the day, the projects were all down State Street. That area changed years ago. She definitely didn't sleep. Hey, Bless Jay, welcome. She said, I missed most of your live, but I will watch the replays, still shouting justice for Romeca. Yes, all the way from California. Thank you so much. Yes, sis. I appreciate your support. Hi, Renee. Good evening. Gentrification is happening in all urban cities. Yes. And here in Texas, too. Marva said once she first saw her, she should have stayed in her car and called the police. Yeah, that would have been the right thing to do. But sometimes we start popping off and you're trying to be big bad, big bad girl, like this my man. And her feelings were probably hurt that this guy had her in the car. She blowing up his phone. has his son. He not answering. So she's already struggling with the bruised little ego, her feelings. And then the girl that she just does not like, that shares a child, with her baby father. And now I'm wondering, were y'all together? Is that the reason why he didn't answer the phone? So all of this in her mind going on, along with other stuff we don't even know, having other conversations with herself we don't even know. Um, it really took her to another level. So I don't think she even thought to call the police. If you're in the midst of that, like, emotions are high and we're not there. So it's hard for us to even fathom it. But I think things kind of move quickly and emotions were pretty much high. And Romeca, you know, if she is, they've been going back and forth and stuff, she's dropping her son off. She was probably um, feeling, like, hey, you just wrote this nice letter and you dropping your son off. So were you even on that type of energy at that time? And one of the ladies that was on TikTok, and I, like I said, like I said, some people believe in spiritual detectives and tarot readers and stuff like that. I'll watch some of it and listen to what they have to say to see if it resonates or confirms something I've already been thinking. But one of the things she said was that morning, she said she wasn't even on what they were trying to make it look like she was on. And she said she even was seeing like she had like a little headache or something. So on another day, maybe that would have been her mental, like, hey, I'm ready. Let's body, let's get to it. But was she really on that morning? Was she really trying to pull up and fight and do all of that morning? You see what I'm saying? Not to say, oh, Romeca was this angel and she was so goody two shoes and she wouldn't fight and all of that. Even her family said they were tough. The girls fought their boy cousins. Like, that's what they do. But was she on that morning? We got to look at it in the midst of the moment, not just, oh, and yeah, if they do go to court, whatever they may bring up, some character things and so forth. But for the sake of the argument of that moment, was she really on that type of time? We can't say that or not. Let's see. Honey Drip said, I still can't figure that out. How in the world did 911 not answer? Girl, but it is possible. Okay? Because 911 was at one point having a shortage in Texas and they were missing calls. Yes, that's possible. I wish some of Holly exes would come up and let us know how she is as far as being in a relationship. You know what? I wonder, do they even know about this? Do y'all think they follow and know about it? All we need is one. Let's hear from one. Because I'm pretty sure, y'all, we would hear some stories. And some of this stuff may be similar. Okay. She may have, that's probably why they're not together. She probably stalking their exes, or stuff like that. Child, trying to see who is the other girl you were with before me. She probably was hiding in the bushes. Okay. Because think about it, y'all. If they're saying that for the 4th of July or something, like, I think it was around the 4th of July or something like that, she was hiding in the car, like, that lets you know what she's capable of. Okay. If you know he around his other baby mama and you hiding out in the car, okay. So that lets us know what type of relationship y'all got. And that lets me know how far you'll go. Okay, you're willing to hide in a car while your man is seeing his ex. That makes you look crazy. Okay, so that also lets me know you will hide or stalk someone from the car with your baby in it. It lets me know you'll do that. Okay, it's not beneath you. They were expecting this to be worldwide. Just imagine if nobody was around. They weren't expecting. Exactly, Mrs. Latte, girl, sis. Okay, I'm telling you, they expected for this case to have gotten quiet after week 1. Okay, but see, because we're still talking about it and justice for Romeca is all over. Her mother is still posting every day, or even when she doesn't do it every day, that's all you're going to see on her page. I love it. She shares pictures and videos. It's still justice for Romeca. They have marches every week. Okay, they did not expect for it to go this long. Hey, Brandy, welcome. They would have just said the headline: baby mama shot boyfriend's ex girlfriend out of self defense. She had a license to carry and a restraining order. Case closed. Okay, that would have been it after week one. Original Bay, after hearing she was in the car all night in 3-day clothes, I believe she was in bushes. Rules. Wait a minute. I told you I'm gonna take your not under cars, girl. Oh my God, not on the roof. Oh my goodness. Look, was she the one taking the did she set up a camera somewhere, Ladre? Oh my God, not on the roof. I'm from Chicago now, living in Florida, and to see how that whole thing played out is so messed up. I pray this family gets justice and sue the heck out of the entire CPD and paramedics. I agree. They should definitely do that. Holly is insecure and was jealous of Romeca. That's a dangerous mindset when you know your man still has feelings for his child's mother. Exactly. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Child, my kids are not getting loud. 911 is struggling in some major communities. Lack of funding, lack of personnel. Yes. Holly's ex-boyfriends know she's cray cray. Hi, Christine. Okay, I want to hear from one. Okay, hey, slow. Is it slow jamos? I always try to figure that out. But yes, you are real late. Okay, y'all are late. Almost 2 hours late. But welcome. Thank you for joining. Holly is an only child, spoiled and used to getting her way. That is why the family is speaking the way they are. Yeah, I think she is. They're used to covering for her, taking up for her, and stuff like that. We've seen the video of Romeca popping off. She popped off at Carlos. I haven't seen one video or receipt of her going at Holly. But we've definitely seen Holly popping off at Romeca. Uh-oh. Say that again. Clock that. Because I haven't seen one of those videos yet. Okay, because that now, hey, that goes with, well, why is she going after Holly? You know, doing this, she should have been going after Carlos. Well, I haven't seen a video of her going after Holly either. The ones where she's picking up the stick and she has one thing that is a constant and that she says in every video. Why are you lying? Why do you lie so much? Okay. I'm gonna keep saying it for you, Romeca. Okay, that's the main thing that we found out in all of these videos is Carlo lies so much, according to Romeca. Okay, because she made sure she was saying that in every video. Why you lying? Why you lying so much? Okay, where Romeca friends? They haven't spoken out yet. Romeca's friends? Yeah. She has friends on Facebook and stuff. They share posts and talk about her. I've seen some of those posts. And look at how they showed up at her funeral and things like that. I'm sitting out an APB. Now here you go, original baby. She said she's gonna send out an APB on any of Holly's exes. Pull up to the chat. We have questions. Okay, I'm telling you. Playing catch up, Romeca's sister said she witnessed Carlos tell Holly they weren't together. Yeah, yep, she sure did. What's that app you can post a pic and people tell their horror stories? Oh yes, the T app. That's what we need to put. Can you put women on there? Because I thought it was women exposing men though. We need to. Somebody needs to try to reach out. How was she? Because we need, since we looking out into Romeca's past and how she doing, you know, what she's like. What was Holly like? Okay, what kind of relationships did she have? Did she have any? Okay, what type of man she like? Well, one I think had been exposed, and baby, he had a whole criminal record too. Did she just hang around criminals, or by her being such a goody two shoe, you would think some of the type of guys that she dated were of some standard. I mean, did she Oh, let me stop. Let me stop. Did anyone also hear Holly's family works for a CPD? Now, I did hear she knows someone in the field. I don't know where, though. I don't know for sure. Don't give me the line, child. I don't know. Yes, I did hear about a last boyfriend. Okay. And he seemed like he had a little criminal record. Okay. I imagine Carlos' narcissism made Romeca the way we see her in those videos. Oh, say that again. Because they will capture the reaction, but they never tell you their part. And they definitely don't want you to expose them. Okay, they want everyone to think that they are a certain type of way. And if they see that you're trying to expose them, it's a whole little thing. She probably was in the car changing a diaper or something, and they are probably exaggerating. Well, see, and that goes back when you think of Ladre's video explanation where he says Holly was putting her baby into the car. Okay, that could be possible. Maybe she, been up all night, finally had to change the diaper, then hey, she's buckling her baby up. Okay, here we are thinking that they may have rolled over together from the apartment where he stays, and she's getting in the car. So hey, I don't know. Human horse. I bet you said, Make sure y'all tap the like button. Let everyone know we are live. Okay. Also, if you want to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is scrolling on the screen. Or you can buy a copy, and that link is in the description field of this video. Let's see. Holly's ex-boyfriends are either in jail, under protective custody, and are sadly unalive. Really? Oh wow, Christine. Yeah, the friends aren't speaking. Where's Rebecca? Okay, because child, you have Rebecca's name on that restraining order like 3 times. How come Rebecca not speaking up? Who is Rebecca? Was Rebecca the girl in the video that said you were crazy and prone to unalive somebody? Is that Rebecca? Because, girl, you had Rebecca's name on that restraining order, like, I think, what, 2 or 3 times? And I said, well, why is Romeca reaching out to Rebecca so much? Did Rebecca ever call out Romeca? Okay. Was Rebecca the double agent? Who is Rebecca? Hashtag who is Rebecca? That's what we need to find out. We got some homework. We need to see if there's any proof of any baby. If you heard the baby crying, saw the baby somewhere. Okay. Also, hashtag where is Rebecca? This is the only friend that we've heard of Hollis. And you mean to tell me she's not out here making noise? Or backing up these statements or anything like that. We're Holly's boyfriends, because we just got questions. I mean, did y'all have a similar experience? That's all we want to ask. We don't have to get personal. We don't care about your personal business, stuff like that. But did y'all have a similar situation? Did she seem a little cray cray to y'all? Like, we just have questions. I remember Cece did a video and they showed a message of Carlos asking Romeca why she doesn't go after the women that come for him. Romeca said, I'm not checking another woman, I'm checking you. Right, exactly. Yeah, we do healing hearts. Has anyone checked to see if the mayor is related to the family? I think someone did, and they said no. Um, but yeah, that came up in the beginning. Carlos better be careful playing games with Holly. Getting hit with a wooden cross will be the least of his worries. The way she stood and talked on the phone while watching Romeca on that ground. Okay, it did not see. I'm glad you brought that up, Original Bay. That's a good point. Okay, that also shows you her mental, because even if you did not like this person, seeing them on the ground like that, There should have been some type of fear, remorse, or something in your mind, shock, something. She was more concerned with what the people on the side were saying and talking to them. Okay. She was more concerned with what Carlos doing. Okay. What is he doing? Let me make sure he's not over there, looking at him. But not like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe I did this. Or did she? I still wonder. Why do we have the guy saying he? It's a lot of questions, y'all. Because I'm pretty sure he knows the difference between a man and a woman. I'm just saying, sad. I believe Rebecca is the one going back and forth. I think so too. Carlos is one of those men that likes seeing women fight over him. Yup. Nobody can convince me that he couldn't have stopped what happened that day. Right. That car had to be stinky. Here you go. 3 day old unwashed, unwashed behind and dirty diapers. The worst. Okay. Oh, buckling her baby in the car seat and then throwing a loaded pow pow into her car. Yeah. That's what I was. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm trying to figure out where did that come from. And that's definitely alleged. I have not heard of that. Yeah, we need to check that. Hey, Becca, welcome. Rebecca is one of the people that lives in Holly Springs. Wait a minute. Brandy. Okay, that goes to what I was saying. Y'all, I'm telling you, this girl has probably had conversations, one-sided conversations in her mind. And she's thinking that it's someone else telling her. Because that is what Clarissa was doing, y'all. Yesterday, we clocked that. That girl then had a whole conversation with Layla that did not exist. Okay, but she was trying to convince people that that was a conversation they had. So if she's doing that, it's not impossible that this girl could have had a whole conversation about Rebecca. We still don't know who Rebecca is. And she mentioned Rebecca like 2 or 3 times. Okay. Y'all remember that movie Drop Dead Fred? Okay, now this part I'm gonna just say. Now, all jokes aside, I really hope that they get her some mental help. Like seriously. Okay. That part is not funny. I don't play with the mental health part, but the making up somebody that's not there and stuff like that and having these conversations, that's a clear sign of something's just not clicking right there. Like seriously, all jokes aside on that, like something is off. Holly might have been laying in waiting for Carlos instead of. I think so. I think so too. Yeah. She stood there like a witness. Exactly. Didn't call 911. Didn't say, hey, I did it. It was self-defense. Because, see, that would have been my reaction. See, I'm the one, I'll tell on myself. Nobody has to tell on me. If I do something wrong, I feel like the consequences are a little less severe if you tell on yourself. Okay. So when I do something wrong, I just go ahead and tell I did it. Okay. If that happened and I know that I unalived her when the police walked up, I would have said I did it because I was fearing for my life and my baby. She was trying to come after my child, and I felt like I had to protect my child. Like that would have been my whole. That's you would have seen me on the videos out there clowning, okay, trying to let them know I did it, but I didn't know it was about to go this far. I just thought I was in danger. My baby, I would have been holding my baby, showing them my baby. We still don't see the baby, okay? I would have been showing them my baby. Look, she was trying to get over here, and I just felt based off of these messages and things, she was trying to come after my baby. I got to protect my child, okay? Where was that on video? If she was such a threat to the child, where's the child? Why was that not something you came out and said when they first pulled up? But you're hiding out like you're just a witness over there until they had to tell the witnesses, telling the police you're the one that did it. Because even when she yelled out, I'm licensed to carry, when they were down there around Romeca, they still did not know it was her. If you notice, the black woman officer was looking around like, who? She looking for a ghost. She like, who just said that? Who? Who? Okay. The witnesses pointing, telling her it's her. This the one right here. They have to keep pointing out who she was. Yes, Brandy, Justice, like her going by the name of Holly and Rebecca. Yeah, scared for her baby. We didn't hear nothing about that. Okay, right, honey. Girl, we giving her too many ideas. Let's hush. Okay, she might try to. The next thing we gonna hear, Lord, they done stole all of our ideas. Okay, be like, let me keep my lie for proof that we brought it up first. Okay, on a Sunday, October 19th, around 6 p.m. Okay, for about 2 hours, we were having a conversation. She stole this idea. Okay, so now don't use it now. We just saying what you could have done. Yeah, mental health is real. Just had the baby, postpartum is real. It is. Now she had that baby about 6 months. I know they better get her soon before she get Carlos. I ain't trying to mess with anyone, baby's mama, baby's daddy, ex-spouse, or crazy in-laws. If something feels off, run, okay? But remember when Meeks pulled up on him and Carr started talking, I believe that was Rebecca, the so-called mutual friend they had. Oh, okay. So you're saying that possibly the girl who was on the phone in the car that was talking, but I thought she said a different name. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Too many black women are being killed. Yes. Okay, too many. I would definitely tell on myself because the consequences may be less. Why was the child offered to Romeca's family if that's the case? Honey drip. I have been asking that question everywhere. No one has answered that question. Allegedly, for those of you who do not know, uh, when the baby after the fact, okay, because the police report, she had declined for the baby to be transported and things like that. Uh, the CPS people, now y'all got a different name, DFC, I don't know what y'all call it there, but the CPS people that protect kids, DFCL, DFHS, whatever y'all call it, was trying to offer Holly's baby to Romeca's mom, their family. And I was like, now wait, that wouldn't fit the narrative. Because if you're saying that Romeca was allegedly trying to come, this is why it didn't make sense to me, was trying to come after Holly's baby, then why would you turn around and try to offer that same baby to that family? So that doesn't go together. Where was Holly's family? Yeah, Skokie is probably a little far away, but it seemed like we could have, CPS could have held on till they got there. But why that family? Or why not Carlos's family? He's the dad. Why not his mother? That was confusing to me. Thank you for bringing that up. She only had the baby to keep Carlos. Yeah, you can tell she has no maternal instincts. Even when I've seen her on pictures with the baby, she just doesn't look like she's bonded with that baby, in my opinion. They didn't rehearse anything regarding the baby. She didn't know the next line in the script. Wait a minute, Deanna, clock it. Okay, she said she didn't know that part in the script yet. Wait, we supposed to talk about a baby? What? Y'all didn't tell me that part. Oh my God, not in the script. All that time she was on the phone, she could have called the police and let them know what happened. And she wasn't paying attention to who was on the phone anyways. Okay, she was talking to the people on the side. It has to be something because she really thinks Romeca was obsessed with her and wanted to be her. Like we don't see her copying Romeca. Then she has this weird laugh that she does in the videos. I hate it. I hate it. Every time I hear it, I hate it. I know what you're talking about. And that's real talk. He better sleep with one eye open. Okay. Romeca only went by Holly's car to return cusses. She didn't know the baby was in the car until she walked by. Then probably said, "Bitch, you doing all this and you got your baby in the car? Oh, now you know what? Okay, come on, keep thinking." Yep. Now that could have been when she took note of the baby, like the witnesses. Now that's true. I can see that. Carlos is trying to intimidate the witnesses. Right. Okay. Thank you, Shelly. Shelly said, y'all tap on that like button. Okay. Super chat, super stickers are available for support. If she don't have a paper trail for postpartum, she can forget it. Right, Juanita? DCF? Okay, that's what y'all call it. Thank you, Renee, because, baby, I always get that confused. Carlos gave her an alibi. She only said, I got a license to carry. I got a restraining order. That's still not a reason. Derica, that's what I was saying right there. See, if y'all notice, that would have been the first thing she yelled out. It's self-defense. She didn't yell that out. She was only going by, I have a license to carry and I have a restraining order. But looking at the position of Romeca's body, the car, the shell cases, things like that, okay, well, just because you have that, why did you shoot her? What happened? And he was putting that out there. He kept saying it. It's self-defense. He was saying it like he was trying to give them an answer to the test, okay, to the witnesses too. He all over there, self-defense, self-defense, okay, telling her self-defense. We're going to go with self-defense, okay? She didn't yell that first. Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out why they wouldn't wait on her family. I don't know. I just feel that that would be weird if you felt that this lady was coming after the child. Why give that baby to that family? I just didn't understand that part. Who was she speaking to on the phone? Girl, probably nobody. Probably Rebecca at this point, or the person in her head. Because the reason I say that, okay, as I'm talking to y'all, pull it up. The reason I say that is for the simple fact she starts off talking on the phone and like she's trying to explain what happened. But notice in mid conversation, she quit. She put that to the side. She just put the phone, kind of laid it down like nobody was on it. And she started talking to the people that were there, the witnesses. She wasn't even paying attention or even listening back to what they said. Okay. Because she had just said something. I'm going to pull it up. But I'm just saying, y'all pay attention. I don't even know if she was trying to do her acting skills like Carlos. Okay, when he got loud, when he saw the camera pointing to him, excuse me, he got loud. That's when he yelled it out, State Street. Okay, to make it look like he was calling 911. Okay, well, here it is. Let's see. Give me 1 second. It's uploading. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, watch her. Okay, she listened, but look, she put it to the ear, but she done forgot the people. Yeah, that's my baby. It's self-defense. We tell it. She done forgot, y'all. She doesn't have a phone up there. Look, she done forgot the people. She hung up. She like, shoes, I'm tired of playing. I'm gonna show you. Y'all pay attention. Pay attention to that part. Hey, Upper, welcome. Thank you for joining. Watch, y'all. Okay, watch. He's explaining a little. In the car. Put it up. Look, she put it down. You got it now. Okay, here. Look, she don't even have the phone up no more. Now the police come, she's like, oh shit. See, they don't even pay attention to her. She still didn't identify herself that I did this. They were trying to say, be quiet. Now watch this. He directs them to the killer.
She put the gun in the car.
She like, who?
The gun, she saw her.
We still don't know.
Right here. She saw her. She saw her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car. The gun is in the car.
And that was your chance to say she was trying to get my baby. She was over here trying to get my baby. I was defending her. I was defending my baby. I was defending myself. That's why I shot her. Now, where's that emotion? Child, she just done put the phone down. She hasn't said nothing else. Okay. He the one to my self-defense. Child, bye. Okay, we did more investigation on this. Thank you, Jasmine. Okay, shout out to y'all. Shout out to all of the detectives in the chat. Baby, we done more footwork, observation, conversations, questions to be asked to the witnesses, questions to be asked to the suspects. We done gave y'all the whole investigation. Okay, just put the footwork. Okay, I'm not in Chicago. If I was, hey, and I had a badge, believe me, I would get to the bottom of it. We got too many content creators out here putting in a lot of investigative skills, calling folks, trying to do all this in Chicago. Y'all got to come on with it. Okay, y'all letting Philadelphia make y'all look bad. Okay, this is crazy. Yeah, he did the little, it was out of the view of this video, but they said when he walked over to her, let me show y'all the point where he did this one. Put the mouthpiece to her. Block it upper. Oh my God, I didn't notice. Look, he wanted them to be quiet. Look at her. She like, nobody on that phone.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. See, that's where he did it, y'all. Right there, self-defense. When he walked over, right there. We can't see the actual fist bump, but that's when he walked over allegedly and did that. He like self-defense.
Put the gun in the car.
Look at her. She's
the gun. She saw her. Let's go right here. She saw her. She saw her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car.
Look at her. Why you not yelling, girl? We all over there trying to make sure she don't mess up. He walked his butt. He can't even pay attention and help Romeca because he done walked over here, okay, and trying to say what it is. It's self-defense, okay? It's self-defense. Girl, don't mess this up. It is self-defense, okay? We going with that. Now, look. Why was she not yelling that Romeca was trying to come after her or the baby in that moment? I would have been, baby, they would have heard my mouth on all of these videos. I'm just saying. Well, that's a good point. Slow jamos, okay. Derica said Holly could have gotten in the car and called 911 and said, I have a restraining order and license to carry. She did what she wanted to do. Wow. Upper said, how you trying to hear? How you trying to hear through the mouthpiece? That's crazy. The weird thing to me is there is no police call. Someone that was shot. That is strange to me. they're saying self-defense because they thought Chicago was a stand your ground state. Has anybody went back and looked through Carlos Holly and Friends skits to see if any look similar? I'm telling y'all, when I thought about this Sakina case, I said that was in 2022. It's almost like they tried to take a couple of pages out of that book. Some of the stuff is identical that they did, using self-defense. That this person tried to come after. I thought she was gonna cut my stomach with my baby and all of this stuff on the social media. She blocked me and what? Like that was something else. Uh, Now she has stated on their restraining order that she had blocked Romeca. Now, if you had blocked her, how were you still able to get messages from her and things like that on social media? In one little part, you're saying that she blocked you, but the other part, you're saying that she liked she liked the picture or photo or something. She said, well, that doesn't show that she doesn't like you if she's liking your pictures. That doesn't make sense to me. So see how that goes? Like some of the stuff she put on there, it just didn't add up. Carlos is protecting Holly, and Holly is protecting Carlos. Did anyone say who is the girl with the braids? We don't know to this day. Yeah, the lady, Juanita, her response, that needs to be on a t-shirt or a gift. Okay. The way she was looking around with the murderer right here. Okay. And child, you looking around out of nowhere. Like, child, where were you looking? Okay, you looking like she did left on foot. It does look like a movie, Healing Hearts, and that's what everybody was saying. And y'all trying to turn this into a movie. Seems Carlos knew the girl he pushed. That's what I was wondering. I don't know what was going on with that little part right there, and who this girl is with the pink bonnet. But she looked like she was fussing at the other girl for what? Someone just said they found out Holly protective order got thrown out. The new one. I don't know. So it wasn't real? Now that would add a whole other layer. Not only would it be Holly, why are you still there? Holly, girl, your protective order wasn't even legit. Now I don't know. If that was true, y'all, I am done. Because that means we done went to a whole other direction of this thing where we need to start here. It's really sad. Girl, this is crazy. I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Never. He's so busy contaminating and trying to intimidate the witnesses. Thank you. Upper said on the initial news report, they stated that Romeca left her son's school and got into an altercation with someone else before being pew-pewed by the offender. Yes, that's what we're hearing. And we were wondering, well, we're going to get some footage of all of that, but it still has not made its way out to social media. Okay, so I don't know. On that part, it's possible. It still bothers me that neither of them was crying, yet they loved her. Who? Which one? I wouldn't have expected Holly to cry. No, I wouldn't have expected her to cry. And really, I wouldn't have expected Carlos to cry, to be honest. My thing is, when you look at her eye, yeah. Oh, now I will say to what Upper said too. It started off as a battery call. That's something to think about as well. Okay, because that witness said she called because she saw Carlos hitting Romeca's back, into the door with the door. So my thing is that part true? Or was he trying to get her into the car, closing the door on her to get her in? Okay, you see what I'm saying? Like we hearing two different versions of that part as well. Exactly, Healing Hearts. Reminds me of the old cartoon, Which Way Did He Go, George? Right, she was looking all around. I'm going to post a video of which one, Upper. And Upper is in Chicago as well. We got a lot of Chicagoans in here. If her role was for her home job, it won't cover this. Wow, they were letting Carlos touch everything and contaminate the scene. Yes, it's very weird. Hey, Nicole, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. It's very weird. Okay. Definitely. I don't know. This sad. Yeah, I don't know who that girl is. Ro pulled up, Carlos jumped out and went to Ro's car. But that goes back like if he was trying to get into his car, I mean his parking spot, and if Holly wasn't supposed to be there allegedly, then that opens up a whole other thing though, y'all. I believe that Black Paris. Yep. I do believe that. Wow. Oh, y'all got my mind going. Woo. This is a lot. I just pray for justice for her. My prayer is that things will be exposed that's trying to, that people are trying to hide, that it will all come out. um, and that her family can get some type of closure for this, because talking about it, I know they want to stay off of social media. Okay, they probably don't want to keep hearing about it because it keeps that wound open, right? So I'm just hoping all of this is found out and things are exposed. That's the way for her to get justice. I'm going to the car wash. We'll see. Because I got to see what time they close. It's too much, entirely too much. Right, exactly. It really is. So we're going to definitely be in prayer for that family. Right, the lady with the bonnet does seem to be yelling at someone, and she told the middle school girl to move. Right, so I don't know who she. I don't know who she is. Okay, this is very embarrassing. Jasmine, she said, well, one thing she's not is a student. Okay. Because, child, I know she's not going to school with that bonnet still on. Okay. I thought that was the little girl's mother because she has a purse on. Let me see. This whole interaction just is disturbing. But it was the fact you said this is so embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Deanna said that they won tonight. I wish the other people at the scene would speak out. I would love to hear from them. Me too. Me too. Child. Uh-oh, the Eagles won too. Uh-oh. Yeah, because I didn't understand this interaction. The woman sitting by her talking to her right here. Look. These are my husband. And the girl was like, okay, I'm gone. I didn't understand that. Look at her. She on that phone up.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They didn't even say nothing. The police act like he didn't. Yeah. No, y'all messing it up. Amen, Renee.
She put the gun in the car.
I think she did end it. I don't know who she is.
Let's go right here. She saw her.
Look at her. She needs to be a whole
Put the gun in the car.
That woman. I gotta see. I'm sorry, that officer, Lord, her reaction got to me. He's so lost.
She put the gun in the car.
Look at what? She's like, huh?
The gun she saw. Let's go right here. She saw her.
She didn't know what. We're looking like the girl took out running. Oh my God. I wonder if she told her to move because he put the blood on her. I think so. But why was she yelling at her? Like, I was like, why is she mad at her? He told her self-defense because Chicago law don't act on certain laws there when it comes to self-defense, perhaps. Yeah, but if that was the reason that you're saying that you were in fear for your life that this lady was coming after you and potentially trying to harm your baby, those should have been the first words that came out of your mouth there at the scene, even before the license to carry. I got a restraining order. Because, see, when you go in that order, when you start yelling license to carry, restraining order, guess what? That makes it look like a setup. Okay, that makes it look like that's the first thing you gonna come with in case they ask you. But if you go in the other direction and say I was in fear for my life, she was coming after me and my baby, then that's building self-defense. But right here, we have what she said when they first got there, and neither one of those were the case. She did not yell about her baby or about her coming after her and that she was in fear for her life. The thing that she yelled out before they even read her rights was about being licensed to carry. Okay, that does not justify anything because you licensed to carry, and the other person is unarmed. Now, this is something else that I wanted to bring up. Why is it, okay? Now, because we have some people who, just arguing about Romeca's background and things like that. Now, y'all know when we have black men and women that have gotten unalived by policemen, okay, and that person was unarmed, we get upset when they start pulling up the deceased person's records. Because we're like, well, why they got to pull up what they did in the past? That doesn't justify them shooting them in that moment. Why are we doing that to Romeca? Where is the outcry for that? We should, it has nothing to do with her past of what she did. What happened in that moment is what we want to know. Because we get all upset in the other part. Okay. So yes, it can play a part if it comes up, in a trial or something like that. If she's trying to tell about this restraining order, what is the relevance? That's what we have to ask ourselves in certain stuff. Now, I know we joke and stuff like that, talking about Holly's exes and all of that. None of that would really kind of justify in this moment how she was. What it would do is to kind of give, where there's some similar patterns of this behavior in her previous relationships. Okay. But it seemed like she was a big stalker. Okay. On this one. All right. Looking up this girl, probably following Carlos every move, texting him like crazy. Okay. So what's the relevance in certain things? We don't see the relevance. What crime scene you see something do what he do? What does that mean, Healing Hearts? This scene was a complete mess. They should use this video. Yep, to new recruits on what not to do. Exactly. I agree. Nicole said it's like wake up police, put the donuts down and do some work. Okay. Okay. Ro even saw Holly or her car, especially since they never met. I think Ro made the U, pulled up, and Carlos's car was there, double parked. He jumps out, goes to the car. Argument continued from August to 20th. That's a good scenario, yeah. Who got the equipment to cancel out the noise? I want to know. Girl, that's what I wish I had. Okay, because I want to be able to mute their sounds. And I was trying to hear, because I can't read lips. I did see at the end of what she was saying, she said something about out of the car. I heard her, I could see she said something about that. But I want to hear what she was saying. And I know there is technology that can do that. What was she saying? Also, can it pick up what Carlos was saying when he was by Romeca? Okay, not when he was yelling. We want to hear what he was saying when he was looking down, reaching down. Okay, what were you saying at those moments? Yeah, it doesn't look real, but we know it's real because Romeca's gone. Detective Carlos was running that crime scene. Yeah, Ladre made that lie up after that second video show where Romeca was laying. He wasn't saying anything about her baby at first. See? Carlos says CCs are bullying him and so on, but he's bullying the witnesses and assaulting a minor. Uh-oh. Clock it, Derica. Okay. I'm telling you, right, because a person in fear will be speaking with that fear. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's look at the first 48. Right. The narrative came out after it stated where her body was. Wow. Yep, totality of circumstance. Oh, I like that. Okay, totality of circumstance. What I mean is they move you out the way. Yes, got you. Healing Hearts. Okay. Yeah, they'll move you out the way and put off that little tape. We didn't see any of that tape. Okay, we didn't see any of that. And that's what I want to know. At what point does the tape go up? Because that tape should have been around Holly's car right there. Those witnesses are. That should have been taped off so the witnesses can't come over here. Carlos, move your butt. You need to be in some doggone handcuffs, sir, because you got blood on your hands. So I'm putting you in some handcuffs till we figure this out. Okay? And then we're going to tape off all of this little part right here where his truck is, okay, take it on around Romeca's car, take it on around and bring that up. Nobody can come up in here. Y'all two going into some handcuffs. He should not have been able to walk back and forth like that, okay? Yep, they were in shock too, Nicole. Definitely didn't know what they were doing. Justice, this is nationwide, and we all are being detectives on Romeca's behalf. I pray they expose them in public and the trial be televised all over. Come on now, okay? I pray that too. At this picture, Healing Hearts, at what part do you want me to focus on? This is going to be an episode on Snap. And you know I love Snap too. I love that show. What part do I need to focus on, Healing Hearts? Yeah, he should not have been there. And on his phone got blood. Like, who you calling? What you texting? Like this, you shouldn't even been on the phone, sir. The ambulance there, 911 there. Who are you texting? That tape should have been from Carlos's car to the fence, right, back behind Holly's car, over to or even past the street, oncoming traffic. Yes, me too. I used to watch it every Sunday. That's a good point. Because it was traffic still going by. That's a very good point. They didn't even take that off while that's what, okay, that brings up another point. See, when y'all talk, it brings up other stuff. That lets you know that even in these moments while this was happening, where were the detectives? That shows, their time was delayed when they got there, right? And this shows right here. Because when they came up, the police, then they should have definitely had detectives on the scene, getting the witnesses together, pushing them kind of back, okay? Have the little notepads out. That area should have been taped off. Carlos should have been in some handcuffs. Holly should have been in some handcuffs so we figure this out. Even if they're not going to charge them at that point, till we figure this out, you're not going home to go change nothing. Because I'm about to question you, got to take y'all down and get some statements, okay? So where was all of that done? Because even in these moments, that was not done. Okay? That's a very good point. He was calling Ghostbusters. You've been wanting for too long. Good. Okay. But y'all, we're gonna keep listening and watching for this. Jasmine said, "Oh my God, y'all are right. They did tape it off. Everyone's seen her body and was able to take." Yes, Jasmine. Yes. Okay, that part. Which, okay, let me see if I can find exactly, exactly. Which is why I think they're embarrassed to come out and talk about it. They fumbled this whole scene. I've been saying that from the beginning. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. Let me see if I can find that video. Shoot. What was it? A short or a video? I want to pull that up for y'all real quick. It may have been on a live, Kylie. I can't think of. Oh, okay. Here it is. I'm gonna pause it right here for a second. Okay, let me pause this because I'm gonna show y'all something. And some of y'all may have seen this. All right, now what I want y'all to do, see, there's no tape out here. Okay, no tape. There is even two ladies back here that's watching. Now it's going to be this guy with dreads to the right.
You heard a fucking headlock and you
Okay, pay attention to the upper right side. He's walking to behind the black truck. Okay, and this is why I said a lot of people were out there, and some of the angles that we're getting may perhaps be from some of the people that were on scene. And did they know Carlos or not?
fuck that. You heard a fucking headlock and you know it. You fucking
There
know
it goes.
it.
Look at him. Watch what he does with his tongue.
You're a very bogus as fuck. We heard you letting you get fucking
He's
shot, you
recording.
asshole.
He's recording.
That is Captain Sable over there, the one in the green. She had it on. You let her pass her shot. And she was the girl that shot. This her car right here. She was standing up.
There he goes. Watch.
Fuck that. You heard a fucking headlock and you know it.
There it goes. He's
You
walking out
fucking know
there.
it.
He has the food
You
out.
fucking know it.
And he's
You're fucking bogus as fuck. We heard you letting you get fucking shot, you asshole.
Hey, isn't she loving
That is Captain Sable over there, the one in the green. She had it on. You let her pass her shot. And she was the girl that shot. This her car right here. She was standing up.
right there? That's how they get all these
You
videos.
heard a fucking headlock
People out
and
there
you know
recording,
it.
getting
You
up close
fucking know
pictures.
it. You fucking know it. You're fucking bogus as fuck. We heard you letting you get fucking shot, you asshole. That is Captain Sable over there, the one in the green. She had it on. You let her pass her shot.
And see, let me stop that. And also, y'all, it's so many people talking at the same time. And that's what I heard too, Kimberly, that the police station is right up the street. So many people was talking at the same time. It was just chaotic. What was the policeman doing on Holly's windshield? I heard there was a bullet. Yes, I did see that as well. There was some shell casings on her windshield. Yes. So one of the shots was from a distance. I will give them that. Okay. I don't know where those other shell casings were found. So, ooh, y'all, this is crazy. This is so sad. It really is. But they fumbled that crime scene at the beginning, and I think they know that. Even the investigators came a little later than when Romeca was shot. They should have pulled up right when the cops. Let me tell y'all, when and y'all have probably heard about this story when the guy was unalived by his ex at a barbershop in Arlington, Texas. Let me tell you, the crime scene there was immediately taped off. They had all kind of police people out there with notepads pulling folks to the side. Like they did not play with that crime scene. They did not. Because you got to make sure you're protecting everything how it was. Any witnesses in there that was inside when this happened, they had to question them. And it was a huge story here in Texas. So they fumbled this and they know it. They thought it was going to go away and it has not gone away. People are still talking about it, so it's making them look crazy. So now, how can we fix this? Okay. Y'all, some of those police didn't even know. The other day, the sheriff walked up to Trina asking her who they was protesting for. Like, how you don't know? Wow. That's sad. Just thinking maybe the police let them go because they knew they messed up. Girl, this is sad. They fumbled that. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all for joining on today. Thank y'all so much. I know it's a Sunday afternoon and y'all hung out with me almost 3 hours. Oh Lord, my son over here about to have a fit because I told him we were gonna watch the car. That's my relaxation time. I just like listening to music and just doing little stuff like that. But y'all, it's getting dark out here. But I want to say thank you, Shelly Shells and Tanya Lewis, for being sponsors for today's live. Thank y'all so much. Jasmine said 2 weeks after this, they were in the news begging for witnesses to come forth with any information, but I don't think anyone came forth. After 2 weeks, girl, no. They are scared probably. They done with it, and which is sad. It's not going away by no means. They don't want another riot in Chicago. Okay, on top of ICE being there and things like that. Ciao. Hey, Deborah, welcome. Thank you so much, Deborah. And y'all know free ways to support would be to hit the like, watching the ads, okay, sharing the video. And if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is scrolling on the screen, or you can buy a coffee. And that link is in the description field of this video. But I have enjoyed you all. We have a lot of homework, okay? Look, y'all know we got some homework. We got to be on the lookout for some things. But I appreciate all of you. Yes, Derica. Okay, clock you. I appreciate all of y'all. Make sure you have a great week this week. And until next time, be blessed. Bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.